here already. Hello, blacks. Yeah, so, right, I've learned from these lives that I need to start talking as soon as it starts because for people that watch it back, this is what you'll see. So, yeah, this is basically just a very quick live, really. I just want to drop in and say hello because where I've not done, so I want to turn the chat on. Yeah, cool. Basically, yeah, so where I've not really done a car camp proper for 2 weeks now, this week's was a bit of a washout and nothing happened. And last week my brother was over and the family, so that's why we've been 2 weeks. Oh, yeah, this is just a quick pop on, say hello, see who's about, and then pop off because that's the way I tend to do lives. Although I did actually announce I was doing this one for a change, but I only set it up as something that would go live, I think, this afternoon. So we'll see who pops in. But I've got my trusty coffee. We're in the garage. I've got my little heated vest on, so we're nice and toasty. And we'll just see who comes in. Oh, hello, sorry. Oh, Mick, even, sorry. How is one? Actually, you haven't done no vids either. You're as bad as me. As bad as each other. Oh, dear. You have to forgive my tiredness. I've just been having an afternoon post-roast snooze. Hello, Mark. This is your cunning idea, live in the garage. Albeit, I had been thinking about doing a garage live for a while now. You have been slacking. We've both been slacking. We're both terrible. We are naughty content creators. We should be making them every Sunday at 6 p.m. like good YouTubers. But no. But that's why live is good, because you can chuck in a live every now and again. It's just a nice little way to say hello. And I haven't done one for ages, actually. I have been meaning to do them on car camps. I always have the little mobile phone extra to do them, but I haven't got around to doing one for a long time. So it's nice to do these. Not a lot of YouTubers do them. Although I did see, I think I saw Wandering Where did one the other day, cooking. I don't tend to watch him still that much nowadays, but still in holiday mode then. That's a good excuse. But I think also that's the reality, isn't it? That for channels like us, it's not, hey, Big J. For channels like us, it's not that important to do it weekly, really. We're not like the proper big guys, so we just do what we want to do, and it works nicely. Be that a funny little video I put out yesterday, which was essentially a nothing video, which is always good, but I like the intro. Oh, I got mine. I got mine. It's okay though, Mike. You can scoot off and get one. I mean, I'm not planning on doing this for a super long time, it must be said. So that's only jumped. Yeah, so I'm not planning on doing a massive long one, to be honest. It's not hot in the garage, shall we say, although I have got the heated vest on, which is keeping me nice and cozy. Yeah, and that was the point, Mick. I mean, where I've done so many, I've often done, because I do a lot of film, well, not do a lot, because I film the intros on Thursdays normally, I always have done. Basically, I have so many intros for car camps that I've never done. Let's have a tour of the garage. It's a mess, Big J, or Big J. It's a tip. It's a proper tip. This nice little corner here doesn't look so bad. What I really like about what you like about my garage. There's not a lot to really show you. It is a mess. I mean, you see most of it. So you've got, oh, here we have all the lovely car camping stuff. See the lens too close. That's our little tent, the one that we've still never used. I'll probably sell it actually. But there's not a lot to show you. The garage is, well, I call it a garage. It's not a garage. It's a converted garage. It was a garage once upon a time, but now it's a kind of a storeroom, stock room thingy for my little shops that I have, because I do Amazon and eBay online businesses. So that's all on this side, and then this side is all the kind of car camping stuff here, and then over that side is the little summer room thing, much cleaner and organised than my space. It's part garage, part dungeon. I'm going to move this closer because I've moved it too far now. I mean, the point is, it is the That's why he will not show it. There's nothing to show. Their honesty is nothing to show. Look, I'll even, like, just to prove it. Oh, I don't know if I can flip the camera. I've never tried flipping the camera alive. Let's have a go. There you go. See, they're all plugged in. Oh! So we've got all my lovely bike over here. This is all the stock stuff all over this side. Random crap and boxes and just rubbish. Crumble and show dust. There's nothing to show. There's a bottle of Baileys. That's there ready for next year's or this year's Christmas. And it's just all packaging stuff and random bits and random old selfie lights and the lovely IKEA chair, of course. And yeah, see, there's not a lot here. Not a lot here. So the only bit you ever see on the videos is the car camping kitchen, which is there. And there's all your lovely supplies of pot noodles, your king pot noodles, your super noodles, your Thai sweet chili noodles. This is the car camping bit. And then here's all the boxes ready to go for my next one. And the rest of the stuff is all here. But these are all the bits that I don't use in the car camping world, or bits that I've upgraded and changed. So we've got something that we bought, we've never put in the car or used. But this just, yeah, that's what all this stuff is. My old selfie light, I don't use that one no more. The infamous, the infamous 12-volt electric lunchbox thingy. I've not used that in a long time. But no, well, it does. I mean, the point is, this is a kind of man cave, really, you could say, because there's nothing else in it apart from my stuff. I mean, as far as a garage is concerned, it was a good double garage when it was a garage. The roof caved in, and it was a nothing space. And then where my little online-y stuff was getting bigger, I needed more space. So that's where, and actually what you've got over there, my online business storage, used to be just those boxes, but then it got bigger. And that's why we've got this massive space here now, which is handy because you can use it for stuff. But if I didn't have all this, it wouldn't make a blinding man cave because it's got power and everything else. You've got a little summer room out the front, but that's all filled up with crap as well. There's a sofa out there and all the furniture and things. I do, Mick, but I never talk about it, mainly because for me to talk about it and to tell you what it is, it's indirectly going to give you all my personal details because you can find it all on the back of it. So I've never mentioned what my business is. I think the only time I've ever mentioned my online business is my very first video, or one of my very first vlogs. It was a pyramid scheme. No. Yeah, no, I mentioned it on my one of my very early videos, like literally one of my first ones, when I was talking about, what was it I was talking about? I think it was about the reasons why I vlog. One of YouTube Mysteries Exposed. Oh. Yes, it was one. It was yeah. So I mentioned it a long time ago that I did it. It was always one of the reasons why I said, like you've done too, Mick, and the whole thing about how YouTube's not a full-time thing, blah blah blah. You've got a job, blah blah blah. Well, for me, I have a full-time job. I also have this self-employed online businessy thing, and then there is no need for YouTube to be anything other than what it is, which is just a hobby and fun, basically. So yeah, but that's on a very old video. That's the why I vlog, when I think I was walking around Ranscombe Farm Country Park. That was good fun. Oh dear. So yes. Oh, I missed that comment. Let me pull that one back up. Live chat. You hold off. I am now, dude. I mean, do you want to have a see? Look, see. You can just see what's actually. Let's go full hardcore, because I'm never going to show this in an actual vid because it's grim. But that is, oh, it's too bright. You can see it there. That's it. There's the wound, but no, that is completely healed now, thankfully. I think I had a little bit of scar tissue that was still healing. Yeah, still a little bit left to bind around the actual scar itself, but otherwise the operation's all good now. All that side of stuff. It's just the other bits I had. As I was saying, the stupid thing is, I had so many symptoms that led to the operation and everything else, but they kept on telling me the symptoms I had weren't actually linked to any of that. So this operation doesn't explain, and what they found doesn't explain what my symptoms were and the tiredness. But hopefully at the end of this month, I'll find out whether or not they've done a referral to a sleep clinic for me. But that's the bit that's wiping me out the most, and that's what's basically led to not really doing it this week. Was just too tired, and to be honest, I've just literally got out of bed to come out and do this. So the lack of sleep is certainly taking its impact, shall we say? But the problem is, I've had the sleep issue for a long time. 3 businesses held first rate. Got to go on a wild night on camp mode. Well, that's what I can say later, Mark. I can lie about where the scars come from, but it is a proper good scar. It's a proper good. But no, but the businesses isn't the thing that ties me out. Weirdly enough, I mean, my full-time job ain't too bad. I'm work from home now, or have been for 3 years. The online stuff just ticks over. To be honest, it was, believe it or not, the online business was a hobby. That is literally whatever hobby I've had, I've ended up buying and selling. So whether it was radio controlled cars, I've got 1 car left up there. So it was radio controlled cars first of all, then I started buying and selling on that, and then I got into paintball, I started buying and selling on that, and I got into other stuff, and I basically did it so much. HB! So yeah, the buying and selling has always become, the buying and selling became part of the hobbies that I had. But then with this particular bit, I was selling so much, I had to declare it. Otherwise, Mr. and Mrs. Tax people wouldn't have been happy. So yes, it's a proper self-assessment jobby now for that. But it's fun. It's a little hobby, and it brings in a little bit more income, so it can't be bad. And then you got the YouTube that tops up the £5 a week. That's why I'm going to go full time. £5 a week off YouTube. Nice. But you can't moan, can you? Because at the end of the day, YouTubing is the hobby. OnlyFans. That's a secret. You got rid of all your Astro gear. I have, Mark. Yeah, that's long gone. I mean, that got snapped up. I had the oh Christ, I can't remember what I had now. I had the star thingy. Oh my God, I can't remember what I had. But the one I had, it got snapped up. I listed it up on Facebook, and literally within minutes, I had loads of people clambering for it, because what I didn't realise, stupidly, was that the one I had was massively out of stock. So I could have charged even more for it. But yeah, that's all gone. But then it was too expensive to have more. It's like 500, 600 quid's worth of kit, which I just wasn't using, and it's just a waste lying around. So yeah, the Astro's long gone. But that was fun for a couple of years. I had fun shooting. I got a couple of good Galaxy shots of, I think, M51 and Andromeda, and the Donut Galaxy I think I got as well. 7 Sisters and all that. Not 7 Sisters. Yeah, 7 Sisters I think it is. So I got quite a good fun few shots, and it was good fun. But yeah, that's all long gone now. Now it's just eBay, Amazon, and having fun doing this. Good old YouTube and editing and filming and stuff. Me likes. And drinking coffees, of course, which is always good. But Josh. Thank you, Mark. Is that in terms of the Astro and just the general photography stuff, Mark? Because in terms of what you've got on Instagram, for people who don't do it, my Instagram account that's linked to the YouTube channel, so it's the same name. What I used to put, what I have put on there is all my photography, because for normal photography was something I've always been interested in for years. So on my Insta, I did loads of series of different things I've taken photos of, but within them as well is the more recent Astro photography. So if you're interested in, oh, cheers, Mark. Yeah. So yes, yeah. So all of it's on there. Just done this fuck. Yes, I have Steve and Jace. Basically, I started doing 5Ks again. If you watched. Yes, naughty Big J, you would know that if you'd watched, because it was on there. But then, yes, so yeah, I started doing it again last week. I did 3 5Ks last week. I've been working. But I think you did comment on that video, if we're calling you out. But then I could call out everybody, because only one person noticed a return of the 100% retention club. Steve is part-time. The 100% Retention Club made an appearance on a recent video. I stopped doing it because, well, obvious reason that no one saw the club, and only one person who's on this live now saw it on the most recent vid. Who was that? I don't know, Mick. Who could that have possibly have been? Maybe you, the exclusive member to the 100% Retention Club now. But yeah, no, running has kind of suffered a bit this week with the physical ailments, not even the tiredness. There's other stuff going on. I know, I'm so lucky. I'm getting old and ailmenty. I think that happens to all of us. So yeah, as soon as I start doing the 5Ks again, no sooner does that happen, then something else flares up. So unfortunately, I managed one this week, and then I haven't been able to run since probably Monday. But I'm hoping to get back out on the pavements. But it is blimmin' hard. I mean, considering what 2 years ago I was doing 40 miles marathons at the weekends for fun, I am literally back at the starting blocks. But to be honest, I think when you've been a runner and you start running again, you appreciate any distance. But I think when you run ultras and marathons, you kind of take for granted just running that mile or that 5K. So the fact I'm back up to 5Ks again, I'm well happy with. Blimmin' hard, a lot slower than I ever used to do it, but it doesn't matter. Just being on 5Ks is good, which is handy in terms of the weight loss and the other health stuff I'm doing. So trying to be more healthier in general, I kind of need to be doing the running explicitly, because for me, this was a whole speech I did on the last video where I did loads of shorts over the last week, which was basically my old school style of shorts where I would use all the bits that I cut out the main vid. But the one bit I cut out and I didn't put in was this bit I'm talking about now, which was the whole running and health fitness bit. But for me, that is the most important part of getting fit. How to get back on the saddle, they say. It is. I mean, I think it's the whole muscle memory thing, though, Mark. I mean, it doesn't take me long to get back to 5K. So it took me, the first run I did a mile and I stopped 100 million times. The second run I did 2 miles and I stopped twice. And the third run I was back up to 5Ks. So it doesn't take me long to get back to that small distance, but it is so hard. But that's weight gain as well, unfortunately, where the old tum-tum has grown excessively, shall we say, over the past year. I can walk, that's it. But walking's still good, HP. This is the thing. But for me and weight loss, walking doesn't cut it. So whilst I was doing lunchtime walks, because pre-op, before I had the op, my running had been kibosh anyway. It was awful. I wasn't even able to run 5Ks for a good few weeks before the operation. But no, but for me, walking is good. Walking is still exercise, but it doesn't do anything for the exercise, for the losing weight. For me, it has to be running. Basically, I have to run. So the more I run, the better. But I used to always do 3 5Ks during the week, and then I'd do my longer marathon or double figure runs at the weekends. Clearly, that's not the case now. But to do just any amount of 5Ks during the week, and even 5K will be good. So hopefully, I'll be back on that next week. I think my ailment is easing off a bit. I walk from van to the shop. I can't walk or run, but I'm okay on my new Ripple. I thought that said nipple bike. Is that Ripple, or have you missed out a C off the top of it? But yes, I've been meaning to say to you as well, Mick, about the whole Huel. Has that died a death? I didn't want to mention it on the vids, but I get the feeling that's died a death. I mean, for me, it was good when I did Huel for a couple of weeks, and it does work. I did lose weight, but I think the problem is I'm a calorie counter. So at least with calorie counting, you can eat normal stuff. So it's a fairly good diet in that respects, and easy to follow, I find. Oh dear. I should have taken my thermos in. Why not to run HB? I lose weight pretty well when I do decent walk. Pot noodle. What, pot noodle now? Or pot noodle in general? Pot noodle's all over there. But I have no thermos. Enough time, cool. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, the thing is, your brain has to be in it when it comes to dieting or anything like that, and Christmas and party celebrations is never a good time for it, not at all. But I think that's why, as long as, well, I tend to find as long as you can do something. So for me to lose weight, I have to do the diet and the exercise. And it's always, that's the hardest bit to get right, is doing them both at the same time. I can often either diet and not exercise, or the seafood diet. The seafood diet is a very good one, actually. I have been doing the seafood diet myself for the past year. I know what it is, Big J. I've done it. That's why I'm in this predicament. Can't run above. I can't run above. I want to shower. But no, but oh, I've got what I'm saying. It's all gone. But no, but running is good. I'll get back on it. And yeah, I think the whole thing with the videos as well, actually, because that was always what the whole thing with my videos was supposed to be. And you can see how the running has kind of curtailed by the fact that I've not been doing them as much on videos. I've tried to where possible, but I do need to do them more. But I think with the weather changing as well now, or no, the daylight changing, I mean, it is officially pitch black at 5 p.m. when I finish work. I used to always have to take annual leave to go out before, half day's leave or a couple of hours to go on the car camps, just to show you daylight when I get somewhere. But yeah, I'm not sure how much leave I've got. I'm not going to be able to do the leave before. So it might be dark starts to car camps, like my intro for the car camp that wasn't yesterday. And then hopefully little 5K runs in the mornings if possible. But then this is where the issue with the sleep comes in, because as you might or might not know, Saturday mornings I always have to leave relatively early on a car camp to get back with mum and dad, so the kids can do their Chinese lessons with my mum. And I think at the minute I'm appreciating the lay-ins more than doing the 5Ks in the mornings. But we'll see how it goes, whether or not it's a morning 5K or a morning coffee and a little walk. We'll see how things transpires. But at the moment it's definitely going to be dark starts. But as I get healthier and better and the tiredness alleviates, you'll see that on the videos themselves, basically, by what I'm doing. So that is all good. But yes, but have I missed anything? I don't think I've missed anything on the chat. No, I've got you all. So yes, God, time really flies on these. I've forgotten. That's 22 minutes done already. It's not like the DJing that. I think the DJs are the ones have been the longest ones. They've been 2 hours, I think. The very first lives I did was an hour and a bit. But I do need to do lives on car camps as well. I do need to fit them in. But I think quite a lot of the places I've been to recently, there's been no mobile reception, so I've not been able to do a live even if I wanted to, basically. But at least I know here, I think I'm actually probably tapping into the home broadband, so that is handy, especially if the broadband has just been fixed. You get a different car in the future for Corona camping. I love the lives. Cheers, Mick. No, Big Jace, I won't. Basically, because the whole thing is I use Van Fest. Okay, 3 questions. Right, Big J first. Bigger van car? No, basically, because I use what I've got. I mean, if the Zafira dies, or when the Zafira dies, and it will die because the Zafira I had before this died, but then I ran it into the ground and it properly died on the M25 at junction 30 on a Friday afternoon at 5 o'clock. It literally completely died. But the thing is, I used it's our family car. It just so happened to be a car that was actually big enough that allowed us to car camp by fluke. So when it dies, then I probably still wouldn't get a van, to be honest. I don't think. I don't know, because the thing is, Mrs. Hobbies, because as I always say on videos, this whole car camping thing is Mrs. Hobbies' thing. It was her interest first, and I say that on that really old video, the why I vlog one, that it was. Pardon me, it was her that was interested in car camping first for ages before I got into it. So I suppose in that respect, when this car dies and I run it into the ground and it no longer works, then yeah, I suppose we probably would look at something larger, not a van, because this is my day-to-day car, basically. This is our family car, but certainly something maybe a bit larger. in time. And Mark was the Van Life Fest. Yeah, I'm not sure, Mark, to be honest. I feel like I should at some point. I think this question comes up a lot on lives, the whole kind of car thing and Van Life Fest. But I know I should go to one at some point, but I'm quite massively antisocial, really. And I think the problem with the van, I think the problem with the van, I don't know. I mean, Van Life Fest things are quite expensive as well for what they are. And none of them are particularly close to me. They're all quite a distance away. And as you'll know on the videos at the minute, I'm only driving about half an hour away from where I live, if not less. I mean, especially at this time of the year now, there's no point in me doing an hour's drive down to the coast because it's just going to be pitch black by the time I get there. So the problem for me is the festivals are all too far. And I suppose in some respects, unless I knew people, subscribers are going to be there, then it's not really fun, is it? You're just car camping in a field with lots of other people in vans. And so I don't want to do the whole, oh, well, hello, Nathan. FanFest can be quite clicky affairs. Yeah, and I think HB, the problem is I don't, you know, I mean, I don't know. No, I mean, to be honest, more than likely not. I don't think, I think if I ever did do something like a van life meet, whatever thingy would be if it was, if only if I knew people I knew were going there. So like full transit connect. Darling, you're on, you've not come on. So people who I talk to a lot, and like Steve and Jace and stuff like that, if people who I talk to a lot went to them, then maybe that could make me want to go to it. But I think as a standard rule, they don't really appeal to me when I look at the videos that like, well, I think Brenda's done ones in the past and Ads has done ones in the past, and I've seen them and they're just, no. There's something much nice about going to a village in Kent and walking alongside a canal and just chilling in your car by yourself. But then, like I say, I'm massively antisocial, so that's probably why. Did I miss any questions in that lot? I don't think I did. Other than Mick saying about the lives, yeah. So I do need to do more lives because I do like doing them, and I think it's a nice way to talk to Yao in the flesh, so to speak, which is cool. And I always say that I like the comments, and I am doing comment bits on my videos now, although I always said I would never do the whole like, comment, subscribe, but I don't do the like. I'd be off like you and tell you right. Many thanks, Nathan. I think that's just changing styles in editing, I think so. That's just how, yeah, it's just the natural changes in progression. But I'm always looking to change how I kind of film and what I film and edit. And everyone knows I love to do my experiments, whatever those experiments are. Mr. Transit Connect Campers here. You actually made it onto a live. Little dog. Oh. But oh, I keep losing my thought. I need my porta potty in here actually. Mind you, that'd be a bit weird if I used it on live, wouldn't it? I mean, you could go behind the camera. Got the pee bottle down here. I mean, you would actually never know I'm using it. I could just be talking to you like this. God help the rest of us if you're antisocial, you're such an optimist. No, I am antisocial. That's the problem. And that's the real reason why I don't think just learned edit. No, but this is the thing, Mark. It's not just not if I flip the camera. Watch, look. Let me just show you my bike, and my bike is really nice, and yes, and you'll never. No, I'm joking. No, the thing is, Mark, just do it. I mean, I was editing People Envy. Mark Patton, perfect to start. That's it. I mean, all my first year's worth of videos were all edited just by using iMovie. I mean, I still edit on the iPhone. I don't have it. I don't use my laptop, my netbook, or my tablet. I edit on this phone here that I'm using. So the software's on there, but I always used to use iMovie. And that is so easy. You can't go wrong with iMovie. You're literally just cutting and adding your transitions. And actually, I don't use transitions now on the software LumaFusion that I've got on the phone. But editing's not difficult, to be honest. I think what you have to do when you're filming is just thinking about lots of, I think it's all about, and this is why I want to remake my whole YouTube video, or how to YouTube video, or how I YouTube video, because I did do one a long time ago, and it's about half an hour long, and I'm sitting in this chair and I'm just talking for half an hour, so it's not the most interesting video to watch. I use Splice. Okay, cool. I haven't seen that one. I only used Luma because of a certain Full Transit Connect camper told me about it, because I wanted, iMovie was good up to a point. For a free software, it is good, but it just lacks things like the ability when you can pan in and pan out. And when you've got lots of static shots when you're filming yourself, then basically, yeah, to have the ability to pan on a static shot is why I stopped using iMovie. Basically, it just creates, like the intro on the video I've just done, on the intro bit, basically where the camera's panning left and right and in and out. That's what you can't do on iMovie that you can do on Lumia, which is good. But otherwise, just do it, Mark. It's just fun. Let's get to almost like good night. It's 1 minute. It's lunch, then breakfast. That makes sense. But that works as well, Mick, too, because the whole thing is this is why experiments are interesting. Filming doesn't have to be as regimented as bosh, 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 bosh. It can be fun, especially if you're doing a multi-day, if you're doing lots of things in one day. Then you look at the likes of Maltz. If people used to watch Maltz, when he would go around and he'd fit like a week's worth of stuff into one video. And that's the thing, it doesn't have to be regimented, and that's when the experimentation becomes fun. But then if you are doing regimented, then yes, it's all about remembering to film and B-rolls and angles. And Nomadic Kangoo noticed on one of my last videos about when I was doing all the different kind of angle shots. Yes, it is all fake because I'm filming myself doing something. Yes, you should just relax, just chill, because that's all I do. I just chill out. I just go out in my car, I have fun, film myself doing stuff, put it all together. And yeah, but it's all about angles, man. Shooting behind you, shooting in front of you, to the side of you, and it's just and you piece that all together. And that's where having two cameras. And I have the iPhone, which I do use. So the iPhone 13 I still use when I'm filming out and about for the B-roll shots. Then I've got obviously the GoPro and the Sony, which they're not here, but they're all inside. So the GoPro 10 and the Sony, in front of the camera comes naturally. I think it's just, but talking in front of a camera, Mark, is interesting. Just GoPro 10 to get as much PC. Cool, nice one. Yes, exactly. It's just, and I think it is just confidence. At the end of the day, I mean, I'm talking to all of you here, but I can't see no one. I literally can't see anyone's faces. I'm talking to myself. And I suppose that's the thing. But I think that's what I've said on loads of videos in the past. Lenham video, I think it was Lenham. The very first migraine I ever had when I was cooking in the car and it killed my head was the whole thing that talking, this has led to confidence in lots of other things by doing this in terms of work and volunteering to do stuff involving speaking. And as you'll know from previous videos, I have a stutter. Not that you're hearing it now, but because I think that's because I'm talking to myself and I can't see anybody. But the whole YouTube thing has massively helped my stutter in the workplace. And now I want to do something. Now, I'm trying to catch up. You don't want to see my face. You don't want to see Steve's face while you're talking. Well, I could do the whole thing where you can do a thing on live now where you can do it with someone else. You can tag in someone else. So you can talk to somebody, in theory. You can have like a joint live. I don't film myself in real life. I can't stop talking. But then that's perfect then, Mark. Because if you can't stop talking, taking what? Taking what? I don't understand. The problem is the live feed is a bit slow, Steve. So taking, I don't know what, I can't remember what that was about. And I can't remember what I was talking about. To get us on a joint live. This is it. So it can be, but I think it's only 2 people. So it's live together. talking. Not. Oh, right. Sorry. Okay. Yes. No. Yeah. So joint lives are something again, but that's new. That only came about in a recent update. So I haven't experimented with that yet, neither. But I think, Mark, did the whole thing. Just do it. Film, go something, do it, edit it together, and just experiment. That's literally all I've ever done on my channel. The first video I ever did, my Zafira one, my Zafira setup, the very first video I ever did is still my most successful video ever. And it still gets views 2 years later. It's still getting views now. I think it's on 22,000 views now. I'd like a drone tutorial. I'm the worst person to do a drone tutorial, Nathan. I suffer from severe drone anxiety, which is why you very rarely see the drone go up anywhere. It is such a rare occurrence. In fact, I don't even take it with me half the time now. You look at all these people who put their drones up and they can fly miles high in the sky, out to sea, 2 miles up. No, I literally go up, down, and I might go a few meters forward and a few meters back. Drone anxiety. Yes, it's a word that I made up, Big J. It's my thing. I do suffer from. I mean, yes, I have a DJI, so it's an old Spark, and it does have GPS, so it will fly home if the GPS cuts out. But that doesn't stop the anxiety that I have of losing said drone. And where the Spark isn't as good as obviously the newer models, it does disconnect a lot more than I'm guessing the new ones do. But then you still see in other people's videos where drones disconnect and they lose them and whatever. So that's the anxiety that I have whenever I use my drone. Mine has been crashed a few times, but it's a shame because the drone footage is really good in terms of videos. It does really make it if you're in a good place for it. But yeah, I'm just funny with the drone. I know, BJ, this is the thing. I have the return to home function and I know it works, but that doesn't stop the drone anxiety. It makes no sense. And unfortunately, it's one of those things that I just have that. I'm just not confident at using the drone at the end of the day. Hit 3 castles, 2 houses and multiple trees. I remember one of those castles when you was flying over it recently. I wanted you to fly down through the tower, but you didn't. But no, yeah, so that's why. So yeah, so Nathan, I am the worst person. And no, I will never do a drone tutorial. Another level, I just can't land one. They do. I mean, see the thing, they are really good. I mean, I think the last time I used my drone was when I was in Cliff Pools. When I went to Cliff Pools, and you only saw it a little bit, but the thing I like about the Spark is the follow me function. There you go. See, more drone anxiety, Ian. That's exactly the thing. Big J registered his. Yeah, I think my Spark should probably be registered as well, which again is probably another reason why I don't fly it that much. But anyway, moving swiftly on from that conversation. But no, yeah, no, it comes out every now and again, but I like it for running when I can use the follow me function. That's what I like to use it then, really, or if I'm somewhere where there's not a lot of people for obvious reasons. But yeah, but it is good. I do like it, and the quality is good. And if I used it more, then I'd justify buying an even better one. But I don't use it enough to justify it, to be honest. So it's the problemio. Oops, don't want to close that. How are we doing? That's the only thing Steve was here recently. So yes. So where were we? What else we got? It's like one of those uncomfortable silences where I've got nothing left to say and no one's asking any questions. It's been 40 minutes again. Time just flies so fast. But it's been good doing it it's been good doing it in the garage. How's the heated pants? I've not got heated pants. Heated vest. There's no moderator in here. I don't need any moderators. Would you do a stealth camp not in the car? I'm waiting for the dog. Patch is inside, Nathan. I'm at the back of the garden. Gotta go, buddy. See you later, Mick. Thanks for joining. You can get for the kind of, well, loads of questions come up there. Would I ever camp not in a car? Yes, Big J, that is an absolute plan. It was a plan for this year. Again, I've said it in a few videos. Just saying. No, so that was the plan for this year, was to have done a wild camp, stealth camp, whatever you want to call it. But that would be using a bivy bag, basically, but I haven't got it. So I know, there you go. Yeah, see, so you know the answer. So yes, that is the plan. The plan was to do one this year. I haven't quite. We don't want to see you doing it in the garage. I am asking questions for you. I even thought about doing it in the garage HB garage camp, but then that goes against my ethics as a what I do, because the thing for me in this channel is that I film what I do. I don't do to film, if that makes sense. So the other day I was going to do a car camp outside my mum and dad's because I had to do something for my mum, but then I would never car camp that. So I've realised, well, why am I even thinking about doing it and filming it? Because I'm not doing that for me, if you see what I mean. I'm doing that for YouTube, and that's not what I do. But anyway, no. So the plan for next year will be at some point to buy some kind of tenty thing and do something wild campy. There are quite a few places locally where I could pitch up at, and some of these things I've got for car camping would be really cool. I mean, my little example, my little Claris thing I've got will be quite cool for for a tent camp, because obviously you've got your rather cool little your different lights. You've got your nice little torch, but more importantly, you've got the battery bank on there as well. So whilst I can at least use that to charge my phone, some other bits, get one and make sure you use my affiliate link. I've done 2 whole sales through affiliate links. I've made a whopping £2.77. In fact, all my old setup videos, everything this day is a battery pack. It is. Well, both those, 2 of those Clarises are. Even this hit read vest. I am, Ian. I'm raking it in. My £5 a week on YouTube, my £2.70 on Amazon Associates. I don't need the online business anymore. I might even quit. I might just go full time. I mean, £5 a week, doable. £25 a month. Won't be stealth if you've got that light in the tent. But it depends where I am, though, HB. I mean, the places where I would do it are some of the places where I've done in the past when I used to do my tutorials. I used to drive to places and then do it. Now I'm just lazy and I do it all on the driveway. But I used to drive to places like Ranscombe Farm Reserve, which is just down the road from me. And there's a couple of country parks where I am, but they've got some proper woody woodlands within those. So it would work quite well for wild camping. But I will do it. It will be done. Was camping with Steve? You mean Steve? But there are some people that I watch who do. I mean, when Mort was going around Korea with his bivy tent. Get you to Shropshire. Well, there's lots of collabs on the cards. This is the thing. So lots of people, they've got lots of plans to meet people. Doggo, Steve, you. The only YouTuber I've ever actually met is Field View Adventures. Steve. My car's better. My car is much better, thank. So stealth camera for me. Well, I missed that. Okay, so I didn't catch the end of that message. Come back. Okay, my car bed's much better, thanks. Dan sleeping bed, so stealth camera for me is no go. Well, this is the thing. I don't know. I haven't thought about bedding and what I would sleep on yet. I've got as far as. No, that's cool. No, I've got that one, Mark. Yeah, I've got as far as some of the bits that I've got. I can use it. I've got some fake Dutch Army bags and stuff, and I've got all the camo. If you can't that man for you, and I'll wear the kinky outfit he wore in the last one. No, I can go fully stealth as well. I've got all my where I used to play airsoft. I've got all the MTP and British Army gear and hats and jackets and trousers and boots and packs over there somewhere behind me. So I've got a lot of the stuff that I even got. Well, I even got the foam roll. So a lot of the stuff I've got, I can use for wild camping, and obviously the sleeping bag. I've got literally got everything. I just haven't got a tent. Yeah, this whole this planned collab, guys, is going down a funny path, isn't it? We're all going to be dressed up as Catwoman, and then the old Bill will come. That'll make a good video, though. Start planning the thumbnail now. But yeah, so hopefully at some point that will happen. And I think, did I get all the questions that you just all asked? I know about 3 came in at once. Shropshire, Links D, you're killing it. Barry Pack, you won't do in the garage, I know. Oh, what are you going to get for the car next to HB? There's nothing I really need for the car, to be honest, strangely. I mean, I've got everything. What's this? Anything come for New Year? Okay, 2 entire, yes, great video. No, basically, so no, so there's no new plans for the car per se. There's nothing I really need kit wise. I've got everything I needed, and then I've now got more. I've even got my heated gear, which I'm going to do an update in the next video. But on the original heated vest and socks video, I commented to say, would I buy it if I wouldn't be given it? And the answer was no. Actually, now the answer is I absolutely love it. My daughter loves wearing it. My work colleagues have worn it when I went and met up with them the other day. My dad loves his socks. I love the vest. I'm wearing it all the time now, so because it's just so nice. So yes, I take you back on the vest. You don't need stuff, then you get something else. Yeah, but then I get given stuff, HB. This is the thing. I didn't. Because when companies contact, they send emails about stuff like this. Say, would you like to do a review on this, or torches or whatnot? So I get offered bits. So this was an offered bit. I have asked them to send me something else now because I like it. And I've never asked a company before. When you have things like Claris, so all these Claris lights, that came from them contacting me. I did, Mark. I enjoyed my sexy sock removal moment. But no, but yeah, so everything I've ever done as a promo, I've been contacted for. So Claris has sent me 3 lights separately. This one first, then they asked me about the other one, and then the WL3, the super bright one that was in the intro. And this company, they've contacted me about these 2 things. But now I've asked them, because then I can give my dad this vest basically, because it is really good. And for him, I mean, the socks he's loving, and he doesn't even need the battery pack, because I think your body heat heats the coil. And in terms of me working from home, one of the reasons why I now love this is the simple fact that you don't want to turn the central heating on if you're the only person in your house. When you've got a 3-bed semi, that's an awful lot of power you're wasting. But with this, boom, here's the promo part. No, it's not, because otherwise I would have hit the paid promotion. But this is the whole point, Steve. This is the thing, though. This is why I'm so selective with what I take. I only take stuff that I know I'm going to use, and that I will. So in effect, am I promoting it, or am I telling you something in effect that is really good? I mean, these lights, ever since I've got these, they're in the car all the time now, and they're so much better than what I had before. 1,000-watt power bank. No, but this is the thing, Mark. I don't need one. I mean, the Jackery. Oh, poor Steve, you must get asked. I mean, I don't get why I get asked so much, not the much, but I mean, in fact, the funniest thing is, the first thing I have, just to show you that I do have some standards, or I learnt standards, the very first offer for something I got to review was a Nanotech t-shirt. So basically, and it's one you'll see on someone else's channel called, is it Gareth and Zoe? Steve deselected promo offers. Oh, can you even do that? I didn't know that was a setting. But anyway, yeah. So the first thing I ever said yes to, and then I received it, and I looked at it, and I was like, oh, I'm going to feel really stupid doing this, is this. It's still sitting in a box. It's never going to get used. It's never going to get reviewed. And I basically wrote to them. I emailed them back to once they sent it. Said, actually, I'm not going to. It's not a setting. Oh, yep. Oh, yeah. So no. So I do have some standards. So I kind of learnt that I only accept things that I know I'm going to use. Yours says everything. Yes, torches. Torches are the main things that I get offered loads. Companies are offering me torches and headlights, but these are all things that you see on other people's channels. So everything that I say no, you see elsewhere. Claris and this are the only two things I've really accepted, but they're so good. They are proper good. Anyway, blah, 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 promo over, because I do sound like an advert, even though I'm not trying to sound like an advert. I'm just expressing how good they are. One thing I want to do at some point is I keep seeing these on TikTok. You see these little lights on TikTok? But this was one. Yes, the poop tent. Ugh. I forgot about the Wolfwise. But yes, I think everyone has the Wolfwise tent. But Wolfwise was good because that was something I actually wanted. The t-shirt is a handy bit of cloth with condensation. No, I don't think it is, Mark, because the whole point is it's nanotech, so nothing sticks to it. The water would just come off it. So it could be a fantastically fun, it could have been a fun video to make. I had great ideas. Oh, sorry, doggo. More promo. What, the Wolfwise? No, it's only because Ian mentioned it. Hi, and I feel a bit cold. I might have to get the tent out because I feel chilly. Oh no, my top's dirty. I need to put some clothes on, and I can't see anything. I need some. Oh dear. Trying to make companies come to you first, mate. Big time. No, I'm not. No, I'm not trying to say big companies come to me. I would love to know why they come to me. I mean, my views as a channel, they're not big, are they really? And if you look at them, yes, I do the occasional oh, I can't see that message. What's that? Your message is held for review. Oh, someone's message is held for review. How weird. This is where the moderator stuff comes in, isn't it? Your poo tent was great. I'll watch it when I find it in mine. but the toilet tent was great. I mean, it's only been used once when me and Mrs. Hobbies went car camping at a campsite, and it was proper cool. I mean, that was exactly what I wanted it for. So we used it as a kitchen and a changing tent. I mean, I could never use it for car camping when I'm stealthing. It's obviously massive, but for couples car camping, it is very good. And this has become a bit of a promo, so I'm going to stop talking about stuff now. But it's fun. Well, I'll do one more thing. If they send me something else, which I've asked them to, we'll see if they will. And then my dad can have this, and I can have the new one, because everyone likes these because they're cool. They are good to go over my scope too. Yes. Well, that's what I think I said, didn't I? In the video, I said about all the different things. But actually, sorry, Jace, you asked loads of questions a minute ago, and I spoke over all of them. I can't see what that message that's held. Been hit more promo. They didn't contact me. I got so far. Steve still to promos. I thought you asked questions, Big. Oh, external views, right? Security cameras for car. Yes. Well, we've just mentioned that, haven't we? Literally. I mean, I'm not too sure about that one you've sent though. I mean, what I've looked at in the past is like the little keyhole pin cameras, and I did order one off Amazon, but it was rubbish, so I sent it back. But I think what I would more so like is a little pin camera. And I have loads of cameras already, like loads of bullet cameras and keychain cameras, but they're not live. And I have another kind of Wi-Fi camera down here, but that needs an actual physical Wi-Fi signal to work. So yeah, it's something for the future. Oh, what Mark poos? Oh, I need to clean the scope. Oh, oh, more stuff being held. Good go, my scope. Of course, when you're chucking it down outside, I can hear it. So yeah, external cameras at some point, I want to find something that is more smaller than I kind of like. But yeah, I do need the toilet soon though, even though everyone's hearing you all chatting away. I'm not going to use the but would it be weird if I left the live to go at the loo and then come back? Comment below. I thought you could talk amongst yourself for 5 minutes. Put the tent up. Well, put it this way, if I quickly run away to use the loo, then I can carry on. So in the garage and use the toilet. Well, I have the pee bottle, but the house is just there. So, well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to pretend I'm doing something over here. I might be about 60 seconds. Let me just talk amongst yourself. I won't be gone long, because then I can come back. La, 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 la. I just had to check something outside, but I thought I heard a noise, but there was nothing there. But I'm telling you my silly story about my little he said down. Well, we do remember that short, that video, or that you both did when he was squatting down. Not washed his hands, for fuck's sake. I did. I so did. But I think at some point I should do. I'm going to do a P-take video of this light. I keep on seeing it all over TikTok. Crappy videos. But we got these for free because someone sent them to my mum by accident. We couldn't send it back. There was no return address. They're actually really cool if you ever see these on TikTok. Tried the torch promo again. Oh, jeez. I have two. These are good though. I mean, well, obviously we got these for like free. But they are, I think they're really good. Yes, Mark. See, you do need to, Mark, because I've got all these channels. There's another one. There's another, who else have I seen? Siobhan. I always I'm rubbish with people's names, like the Irish names. There's somebody I work with called Neve, but I always call her Neem for a joke. But now I always see that name and I just call her Neem when it should be Neve. And Siobhan and Sayo Ban is the same. But there's another person who subscribes who might be, she has a Zafira as well, I believe. Link in description. I've got no links in the description, but I'm going to have to put all these links in there now. But, pardon me. So no, yes, you do need to, Mark. There's not a lot of channels I actually watch nowadays, to be honest. Well, this is it, HB. This is exactly what my mum thought it was. She thought it was a weird Chinese thing, and there was a tracking device inside it. Is why she didn't want to use it. I don't mind. I don't mind being tracked by Chinese. I'm half Chinese. That's cool. But it is a good torch. Well, it's a good light anyway. It's very handy, and it's magnetic, and it's free. Well, it was free for me. A couple of quid if you buy it off TikTok. So, but they're quite handy little things to have. Not as good as my Clarus CL2 though, with power bank, torch, and lights. Okay, my cat. Oh no. Well, I won't strobe it in front of my cats then, or my dog, just in case. Do my partnership low. Yes. Well, film trips is good. I mean, I've filmed my holiday family ones, as you might have seen, the Wales one and the Norfolk one. And whilst yes, they don't perform anywhere near as well as the car camp ones do, for me they're actually more like the old-fashioned holiday cine films, isn't it? So it's pretty cool to have the holiday memories forever emblazoned for people to see. In fact, there's one video I made recently where my brother and family was all over last weekend. I did a really good one of the children, of our kids, not random kids. Must do my cup at some point. Your mum's smart, Matt. Yeah, no, yeah. So I did a film of all the cousins playing in the park together. It's probably one of the best things I've ever filmed, actually. But the problem is I can't share it because it's all our kids. But because it was me filming it, I was doing the whole kind of cinematic running around as people went on the swings and zooming out and going in. It's really cool. It's a great little memory for the family. But yeah, you'll never see it. Let's put the camera away. It all depends on how you use it, Mark. You have to be, it depends on how you speak as well. Because if you notice, whenever I'm with Mrs. Hobbies, she doesn't like being on camera. And whenever we go together, there's not an awful lot I say in front of the camera when she's there. It's all just very quick, a line here and a line there. But then that comes back to the editing conversation from earlier. You can intersperse lots of B-roll with a little bit of vocal. And if you have the B-roll and the angles and stuff, then it doesn't matter how much you speak. I mean, look at the intros, all the intros to the videos that I do recently. I'm making a real thing of the intro. It's like a real feature intro, but there's never a lot of talking within it. I mean, the last intro was just, what, 3 words at the start, isn't it, Dark? And although, yes, the timeline on that video was very confusing. I spoke the words on Friday. I filmed bits on Thursday. I filmed the bit in here with the saucepans on a Friday. And then I filmed the other stuff on a Saturday. But because I maintain continuity, so you've got to wear the same clothes when you're filming out of sync. And that's why the continuity worked. That's why you couldn't tell. You know what? I've never had so many people on a live, I do believe. I'm seeing 15 here. That is the most ever. And it's been an hour already. So for everyone who's been hanging in for the hour, well done. On camera today because she's locked you in the garage, Hobbies. Mrs. Hobbies is indoors. She's watching Strictly. I told her I wouldn't be out. See you later, Steve. Thanks for joining. We'll see your next video soon, whichever one that'll be. You've got thousands stacked up. I know it's part 2 of the boys. Anyway, go, Scoot. I will see you again soon. But yeah, no, she's chilling indoors. So I hadn't planned on being here that long, to be honest. I almost nearly didn't get out of bed. I have to start packing soon. Oh, cool. So you off today then, Mark Butlins? I have a very fun story involving Butlins and Bognor Regis. When we were younger, after our A-levels, it involved somebody threatening to stab someone in our group, police being called, security being called, and then us being escorted off the premises for our safety because they tried to kick in our door to kill someone in our group. So that was fun. That's my fun memory of Butlins, Bognor Regis in the morning. Well, that would be cool though, Mark. I'm sure you won't have a similar experience to what we had. That's my fun Bognor Butlin memory that I like to share with everybody every time someone mentions Butlins, Bognor Regis. So yes, 53. Not to worry, Mark. Yes, don't worry, Mark. It won't happen to you. Ours was because we had a very young female in our group, and she was, yeah. Well, no, I won't go into it. You really don't want to know. But the upshot was that rubbish. Good fun. Should go again just to overcome this memory. 10 bob in the meter time. Oh yes. Oh dear. So yeah. So what? Should have taken my thermos out, then I could have made some coffees. What do you? Oh, CA. Hello. Rest of 2023. The problem is sometimes I can never see whose name It is, because sometimes it abbreviates names. That's CA, but I know the name CA. I've seen that before loads. Plans for the rest of 2023 in terms of car camping. What are we now? It's now middle of November. Yeah. I don't. It's just the same as always, to be honest. I mean, the car camp I didn't do this weekend that I'd planned on doing. That's given me 2 locations that I can do. Both. Okay. Oh, you're back. Cool. Excellent. Yeah. So they're both. I think it's much of a muchness, to be honest. I think that's the whole thing with my channel, isn't it? Really, that I mean, where I'm still more so looking at the more local places. So, I mean, for me to get to the coast from where I am, you're looking at a good hour's drive. But I think, to be honest, I'm more drawn to closer. So I think it's going to be more villagey stuff, to be honest, for the foreseeable, at least for the next couple of months, at least. Just because they're a lot easier, and there is so much in Kent. I mean, the places I was looking at, I won't say where they are because that would be the surprise. But one is a good one for if I finish work when it's dark. So although it'll be a proper residential stealthy job, Riverside Residential Stealth. I had a title planned. My most stealthiest stealth camp yet, or words to that effect. But just villages, to be honest. CA, that's the plan. Local villages, nice and easy to get to, nice and quick. And just simples, really. There's not a lot of coastline left around my bit of Kent that I haven't done, or at least I've done all the big parts. Folkestone is still somewhere that I want to do, but to do Folkestone on a car camp means a half-day leave, and I'm going to try and see if I can get away with not taking leave for car camps at the minute, but we'll see. But that's what I always did back end of last year, I think it was. I always had to take 2 hours here, 3 hours here, half day there. And it was the only way I could get to places with still daylight. So it's a bit more interesting for yourselves watching, and also for me, because then I can do stuff when I get there. But oh, pardon me. But yeah, so much of the same, really. I think majorly exciting planned. Still need to do some tutorials. I've got so many video ideas backed up. It's beyond silly. So I do need to do some at some point. So yes. Well, this has gone longer than I anticipated. There will be a DJ one at some point soon. I do need to, well, for me to do the DJ lives, I do need to practice in between them. That tends to help. Otherwise, you just, yeah, it's not fun to listen to. So I will be doing another one of those at some point soon. And as Big J has asked for, will I be doing one over New Year's? Yeah, it's got to be done, isn't it? That's what I think I did it last year as well, didn't I? But now catch up. It's late, Big J. 2 ones are good. Yes, Nathan. I come up with the endless ideas. I don't know, Ian. They just, I mean, at the end of the day, I suppose my tutorials are all based on what I've got. So there's the video that because I still kind of script my tutorials. I mean, well, not script, but I think tutorials work better when I write what I'm going to say. It's a lot easier to edit too. So the next one I want to do is my ultimate solo stealth car camp setup. Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, so the idea of my ultimate solo self-content, whilst I've done plenty of tours, I do occasionally get asked for links for stuff that I've got. And what I wanted to do was a video of everything I would use on a standard solo stealth camp. So not all the kit I've got, because I've got lots of videos where I list all my toilet stuff and all my cooking stuff and how I make my blinds. So I've covered all the kit I've got. But what I wanted to do was a video which is just of what I use on every car camp as standard. So not the gas stove, because I normally use the kettle and the thermos, for example. So the idea was that video will signify the release of, well, not the release, but there's a thing you can now do called an Amazon storefront. So where I had affiliate links, like every good YouTuber has, in their videos, what you can now have is an Amazon storefront, where basically you put everything into lists. Now, everything I've bought has actually come from Amazon, bar the foam. That came from eBay. But if you were to look on any one of my tutorials, you'll see this storefront. I haven't mentioned it on any videos yet because I wanted to mention it properly for the first time when I did that video. But because I've made all the lists up on the storefront up, you'll find it on old tutorials at the bottom of the video description. So within that storefront is everything I've ever bought, literally everything, even down to things you've never seen, like these caddy things that go down the side of your car to catch stuff. So everything I've ever bought or we've ever bought for car camping is in these lists. But the solo one is going to be all my solo stuff. So, but I think the idea is just looking at things I do or things I have and what people find useful. Because I think that's one thing I always say about my channel is that the main focus really is the tutorials and the how-tos. What would be your first choice to be offered? What would be your first choice to be offered for a car camp? What would be my first choice to be offered? So is this something that I've got or something I haven't got, Nathan? So my first choice was something new, or my first choice was something I've already got? Ah, cool. The mesh cover, if that's the mesh cover, CA, then the mesh cover is in my list, but it's out of stock. So even though I've put everything in there that I bought, some of them are out of stock, but I've left it in the list so you can see what it was. Okay, what the best review that I haven't got? I think the problem is, Nathan, though, is that I'm at a point where I have everything I think I need. I mean, I hadn't even, for example, so I thought I had everything I needed. I'd never even heard of heated things, heated vests, heated socks, or tried but would like. It's too good a question, Nathan. I don't know. To be honest, I don't know what I haven't got that I would like, or what I would like to try. I mean, in theory, there is, yes, the whole question of if you have a more powerful battery bank, then you can use more stuff in the car. But to be honest, the Jackery does what I want it to do, and I've got enough cooking stuff now to be able. So it would be nice to have more power, but at the end of the day, I have sufficient power to do what I want to. So I don't know, is the honest answer. I mean, I think about filming things, as in things like an Insta360 would be quite cool. Let's get the kids a birthday and then they only do Amazon. Oh, cool. There you go. You can give them my Amazon list. Amazon's very handy. I like it. But I've got a saying, it's gone instantly. Actually, how's my battery going? I can't see my battery on this. When this is turned, I'm going to plug myself in just in case, because my battery on this phone is knackered. Just plug myself in. So yeah, an Insta360. I think that's probably the only thing I haven't got that I would like to use to review, because I think it would be quite cool. And if you watch Full Transit Connect Camper's latest videos, then you'll know why the 360 is so cool. So cool. It's the whole thing of making a static shot unstatic. Yes. But otherwise, no, I think otherwise my kit setup is, I think it's all right. I mean, the thing that tends to change the most is when we couples car camp. So the solo setup works perfectly. I think that's the point. The solo thing, reframing. So the solo thing, my solo setup works perfectly. It's the couple setup that keeps changing when we do it, because we don't do it as often. So the beds have changed each time we've done it. I think the storage has changed each time we've done it. But what's interesting with the couples is that we've done the whole proper stealth camping. I mean, we did Great Yarmouth Seafront. What did we done? We've done Great Yarmouth Seafront. We did a campsite. Oh, and we did Hythe. We did a residential road in Hythe. So I think the biggest thing for us is how, whilst I don't take the porta potty on the couples, we do have the emergency toilets, which are, where are they? Normally around here somewhere. They're down there. I won't get it out. But we have an emergency collapsible toilet, which is in the toilet video I did. But we often, on what Mrs. Hobbies wants to do is to find better ways of moving the bedding, so the foam, to cut that into 3 bits and stuff. So it's the couple setup that changes the most, I would say, rather than mine. Mine's quite established and works perfectly well for me. Oopsie. Sorry, I'm just trying to get rid of these. Right. What was the time? Jesus, 7:15. Well, I think, to be honest, I am probably going to start winding this one up. I really didn't think I was going to be on this long. In the past, when I've done live, sometimes I start it up and no one joins, and I close it and I start again, then people join. So to have had so many of you here has been cool. I didn't expect it, and I've certainly woken up. I started off this live thinking half dead and asleep and wanting to go back to bed. So it's cool to feel awake, and it's been nice to do. It's been nice to do, and I do need to do these more because I say not a lot. As I always say, not a lot of channels do lives. I don't know why. I don't know if they're too scared that no one's going to join, or no one will come and they'll be on your own. That's half the fun, though. My decathlon shelter on the back, but this is only on a site. Yeah, she does have great ideas. You talking about a live or a camp, Gareth? No, I'm still here, Gareth. Just about, but welcome. You are one of my oldest subscribers, I think, Gareth. I'm pretty sure you are. You're one of my oldest. I'm sure you are. But anyway, sorry. Was that a decathlon car boot jump thingy, Mark, that you've got? Because that will be something that Mr. Hobbies would like as well. But that's for campsites. But then car camping on campsites is quite cool. Oh yes, definitely, Ian. But yes, and yes again. Yes, the boot jump misses. There's a channel that I don't really watch nowadays as much because he stopped doing as many car camps. But the Optimistic Adventurer is a Zaffi driver, or a Zaffi car camper. But he's not been posting any car camps. And to be honest, that's the main stuff that I kind of watch on YouTube. But he's got a good little boot jump for the Zaffi. And they would be good, but as you say, you do need to be on a campsite to utilise. But that would be a game changer for the Zaffi and us and couples. The whole thing of having even more room at the back. But it's good that we have a setup for the stealth thing as well. But yes, it has, Gav. It's been in fact, I'm pretty sure, was it yourself that bought the Zaffi? And then I commented on the video, like literally there's a video that I've been talking about for the whole life that obviously you've not been here. The one where I first spoke about why I car camp and why I vlog. And on there I was talking about the fact I'd inspired somebody to buy a Zafira. I can't remember if that was you or someone else. But no, it's been a very long time. So welcome. I'm glad you can make it to what is officially, we are Ryan. I am winding it up now because I need a coffee or a decaf. And even though I've got all my decaf stuff there, I haven't got a cup or hot water, which is kind of essential. But yes, so Ian, we do need to. I do need to get my finger out, my antisocial finger out of my posterior, and actually arrange stuff with people. And yeah, I have met Field View Adventures. He popped around the other day to collect something. That's the only YouTuber I've ever met in person that I subscribe to. Yes, Nathan, they will. Big Jace has requested it already. He's done it in a message to me. So yes, they will be, because that was good fun. I enjoyed that. That was good fun getting plastered live. So, but I do have to practice. That's the problem with DJing. The problem with DJing is it's doing the lives that, not instigates. Doing the lives motivates me to practice, because I don't get the decks out otherwise. And I think where I kind of, when I was younger, I used to have proper Technics vinyl. And I used to buy vinyl. Then I think that would encourage me to mix more. But actually, where it's all digital now, and the files are they're on my phone, and they're on a little hard drive. But I do need to practice. So yes, there will be a New Year's one for certain. New Year's Christmas. There will be probably a Christmas car camp. I did the Christmas car camp last year. Actually, that's still a good fun one. That was when I went down in Minster. That was also my coldest car camp. My coldest car camp and cooking a Christmas dinner in the back of a Zaffi. Of course, it won't be cold this year because I have my lovely Kemimoto heated vest and socks. So yeah, there will be lives. There will be live at there. There will be a live for New Year's. I don't know if we're necessarily New Year's Eve, but New Year's. So it could be New Year's Eve warm up. I think that's what I did last year, like an hour or so. So I can't go mental like I've done in the past, and go or do like I'm doing now. 80 minutes. I can't go massively long. I think the last live I did was the infamous. I think I spent an hour saying I was going to end the live next. I was going to end the live after next tune, after next tune, after next tune, so on and so forth. The problem with me in lives, once I start going, I just can't stop. So yes, live for New Year's. There'll be a Christmas car camp. Whether or not I do another Christmas dinner in the car, I don't know. But then I have changed my gas cooking in the car, as you'll know. Although you might have noticed the so my family is sending messages. The problem when you use your phone to do stuff, I hit WhatsApp and I disappeared. Oh no, I'm just talking rubbish now. So yes, will be a Christmas car camp, with normal car camps. Hopefully, if I can get out next weekend, I will do. Need to make sure there's nothing in the family calendar, but I do need a car camp because I like it. Yes, so I think my voice box is getting weary tired. Oh no, even more people have joined. And the more people that join, you encourage me to carry on talking. Of course, I'll have to encourage you to comment more, to make me talk more. Although I do need a coffee at some point soon. No, never, Mark. You'll never see me with a Ridge Monkey. Mainly because I don't need it. I don't need a Ridge Monkey. I mean, as you'll know, I don't even really cook. No, I don't cook on gas in the car. I was going to this weekend. The plan was to use the gas cooker to do something at least quick. But the problem for me in the gas cooking on gas in the car is, as you might know, or from old car camps like the Lenham car camp and the Edenbridge car camp, basically they give me migraines. I mean, I suffer from migraines anyway, but when I've cooked on gas in the car, and I mean, I don't really watch Brendan Explores now. He's got the van. I mean, I kind of watched him when he was a car camp. I'm not interested in the van stuff. Cool. Cheers, Nathan. Nice to see you. See you again later, soon. But next time I do one of these. Yeah, no, the problem is I don't really cook on gas in the car because it gives me headaches, like proper bad migraines. If you want to watch the Lenham one, it's one of my really old videos, and it says on the front why you don't cook on gas in a car, or CO2 warning. And that was yeah, I got a monster headache, which I eventually worked out was, or I attributed it to when I cooked on gas in the car, because when I don't use the gas cooker in the car, then I don't get the migraines, which is why you always see pot noodles now, or the crappy 12-volt lunchbox, which is up there. Basically, that's why I went down those roads for cooking. But it is useful to have an experiment again just to see if that's still the case. But I think the problem is, because I proper stealth camp. No, but I do, Ian. That's the point. I have got my windows open. But then the problem is I stealth camp. Oh, sorry, I just missed whoever that HB. Sorry, question's gone. Part near local dogging spots. So some pup. Oh, what now? As in live? Oh, well, I hope you're okay, HB. That awkward silence we're all waiting to hear. But in the meantime, yeah, no, the problem is, Ian, because I always stealth camp, so my window blackouts are always on, and even though I have the HBs, if it's now go live, it'll get you 1 million views, HB. Yeah, no, so I do have the rain deflectors, and I do wind the windows down, but as people have commented in the past, yes, oh God. Yes. So no, no Ridge Monkey is the very long answer to that question, because I don't need it. I was gone now. Excellent. Good. Because I was starting to feel a bit weird for your HB. So I'm glad that is done. But yeah, so no Ridge Monkey. You'll never see Ridge Monkey, even if they offer me one, which they won't, because they don't offer Ridge Monkeys to anyone, as far as I can see. No point. Well, by my motto, there's no point taking it because I won't use it because I so rarely cook. I've got my. If I go to my the box that you never see on car camp videos is this box, because in this box you find all the cooking stuff that I never use. The frying pan, the camping frying pan, but Matt, the bacon. I've got this little frying pan. I could cook bacon in this. And if you go back really long ago to my very first ever car camping video, I used to use this cup. The problem with this cup is it's massive and you use all your hot water and you end up needing to go to the toilet loads. But no, but these are, that's what, but it's not Ridge Monkey bacon. But the problem is, I don't even eat bacon now. As much as I love bacon, I don't eat red meat. So I no longer eat pork, beef, lamb, duck, or unless I'm drunk. Unless I'm drunk on a Saturday night and it's on 1:30 in the morning and I wake up and I have a sudden craving for a bacon sarnie. But for the past few weeks, I've not been eating red meat. No, it's true. White meat and fish. That's because of all my little other stuff I've got going on, my cholesterol and my high blood pressure. I've never had high blood pressure, ever. But now I do, and I think it's because of going back to the whole weight gain conversation from much earlier on. So with all the weight gain and everything else, just got rooms of Butlin, so hot plate Ridge Monkey is coming just for bacon. Well, this is it. See, if you can use it in places like that, then it's good. But for someone who doesn't cook on gas, then a Ridge Monkey is just pointless. Besides, you lot have all got them. So you, Fieldview Adventures, you're the Ridge Monkey people. You can fly the Ridge Monkey flag. Me, I'll fly the pot noodle flag and the canned food flag. Jesus. Good idea, Mark. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, I mean, thankfully, I'm not at that point, Mark, in terms of statins. They tried to give it to me once before. The very first time I ever had a high blood pressure reading, they're like, you need to go on this. I'm like, no, I don't. This is a one-off. But now, because I've gained all this weight and everything else, and my exercises recently, my blood pressure is unusually high by my standards. So that's why the red meat's gone. And Ian, I need to cut down on stuff for a bit, just to bring the old health back in line. Get the running done, get the weight down, get cholesterol sorted, get my blood pressure sorted, and then back on it. But right, my friends, we are at night. The infamous, that is what I'll be known for, porta potty and pot noodle. Sometime I'll actually film myself on it, just for a joke. I have an idea to how I can film a porta potty joke moment. It involves slow-mo. So yes, right, hour and a half, people. I think time has come for me to go indoors and have a decaf, because I think it is 7:30. It's decaf time. I'm drinking caffeinated now. So thank you one and all for joining me in for the so my family messaging on WhatsApp keeps popping up and I can't see stuff on the screen. Yes, so thank you everyone for joining. Pot Noodle King eating his porta potty throne. That would be the thumbnail, wouldn't it? My pants down, blacked out. No, that would just be so wrong. That would attract the wrong kind of person. So yes, right, that's it. Right, I am going. I have to go. I need to go inside and sort out stuff. So thank you everyone for joining. And yeah, I will do. This has worked actually quite well, I must say. So thank you, Mark. You've totally spurred me on to do something I've been wanting to do for ages, was to see if this could work. And for someone like me who doesn't always put out each week, actually, this is quite a nice way to do something. And as I always say to people, the whole reason why I've brought Colin. I've not seen you for don't know you can't join now. I'm leaving. I'm literally going now. Nice to see you though. I've not seen you on the post for a long time. You had to comment on my next vid. But this is why I always say why I've started to say the whole comment bit, as I've said, because I actually like the interactions. I want to knock your video. I am no internet. No internet. Is that because that's people who don't know, Colin's in Bogota in Colombia even is one of my more distant subscribers, you could say. I've had a few people join our work internet. I've had a few people come in from the States recently. One of my last video that did really well, it went a lot to the States, and I had a massive influx of USA people. But Colin is one of my long-term people from Colombia, which is pretty cool. It's one of the things that I love about YouTube as well, is the whole, what your reach is, or what my reach is. Basically, the amount of countries where people comment from is awesome. I love it. See, now you're making me talk again, Colin. I was literally just winding up to say, but if you're on your work internet, then you should be working and not watching me talking in my garage live. So, but I do need to go, Colin. So I'm sorry you've literally just joined. Video for you. Oh, really, Colin? Jesus, you've been with me for that long? Wow, I had no idea you'd been. This is the thing that I want to say on a future video. And so you're lulling me into more, lulling me, what's the word? Lulling me into more, drawing me into more conversation. One of the things that I want to say on a future video, actually for the comment question, is around the whole, if you watch me but you never comment. I don't think I've said that. And actually that's a prime example, Colin. I had no idea that you'd been watching me for that long. I mean, Gareth Cummins, who was on here, I don't know if you're still here, Gareth, but I think Gareth was one of my, or I thought was one of my longest, but 100 subs, Jesus, that's like, wow, that's a proper long-term old school subscriber. So that's even better. I had no idea. So that's so going to be what the next comment thing is on the next video. It'll be encouraging people who watch me but never comment to comment, because yeah, it's cool. It's cool to know stuff like that. I often wonder. I mean, I'm the kind of person, when I watch, because I watch so few channels, I will always comment on the ones that I watch. But I think that's part of YouTube. That's how I kind of like to encourage it on my videos, because I like that side of it. But, right, 90 minutes. I am going to wind it up now, Colin. So I'm sorry you've just joined, and give me that major revelation as to how long you've been watching me for. No, good, cool. Yes, I'll catch you again, Colin, soon. But yeah, hopefully next time I do a live, which won't be too long away, you'll be able to jump on, or I'll see you on future videos. Either way, that'll be cool. But thank you, everybody from Colombia and the UK and wherever you may be, for joining in my first garage live. And I am sure now I've done one, there might be more, because I think this works quite well, actually. But yeah, so that's it. That is Hobbies out. Until next time, take care.